Hey folks, welcome back, and for a nice change, I thought we'd wrap the day up on a little bit of good role-playing game news. That's right. So you folks might remember back a couple of weeks ago on the 27th when we had Heidi and Eric and Alex and Luke all here on the show talking about fun Gygax-related things. Of course, going on in Lake Geneva was the dedication of a bench. That's right, the Gary Gygax bench. And July 27th was designated Gary Gygax Day in Lake Geneva by the mayor. Paul Stormberg gave a speech. You can find all this cool information out there on the web, of course, and I don't want to go over ground that you might already be aware of, but there is some cool new news coming out. The dedications and so on for Gary haven't stopped. That's right, we're finally seeing some acknowledgement for Gary here, and I'm gonna zoom me out a little bit. I'm gonna move me over here because I want you guys to see this. I want to share this with you. This is straight from Lake Geneva. This is the Public Library Gary Gygax Appendix N alcove dedication, and this is straight from Lake Geneva's page here. This is, you are not seeing things. This is an actual memorial for Gary in the Lake Geneva Public Library, and look at those books and look at that chair. So let's see what's going on. We'll take a look at the gallery in just a minute. This is presented by the Gygax Memorial Fund. That's right. When you bought the classic AD&D reprints, some of that money was donated by Wizards of the Coast to the Gygax Memorial Fund. And finally, 9 years on, we're seeing some movement. So that is on August 10th, 2023. And the details are Lake Geneva Public Library, Gary Gygax Appendix N alcove dedication. The Gygax Memorial Fund cordially invites you to the dedication ceremony for a permanent exhibit at the Lake Geneva Public Library, the Gary Gygax Appendix N alcove. This is an alcove within the library with a collection of our over 100 literary works that inspired Gary Gygax's design of Dungeons & Dragons as delineated in the Appendix N of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guidebook, published in Oops, I think that's a little bit of a typo there. I think that's supposed to be 1979. We'll let it go. We'll let it go. I'm sure somebody's told them. Along with a throne-like reading chair like the one Gary Gygax had at Stone Manor in Lake Geneva, where he wrote the books that made him a New York Times best-selling author that he thought of as a magical item he called the Throne of Reading. The ceremony will be held on Thursday, August 10th at 2 p.m. Potions and dragons will be served, refreshments and dragon-shaped cookies. Invitees include Gygax family members, friends, former TSR employees, the City of Lake Geneva mayor, and other officials, press, fans, and the general public. I wish I could make it, don't you? The dedication ceremony will take place in the City of Lake Geneva at the Lake Geneva Public Library, 918 West Main Street. And that is very cool. Let's look at the images they've got there on the image gallery. Let's view gallery. So there's, of course, the main shot. The Appendix N alcove. I love that. Feel free to screen grab that if you want to pause this and have a nice, cool adventure map looking thing. Nice font choices, by the way. Lake Geneva Public Library. I love that. And it looks like just those two images there. But I've got one that I'm going to share with you guys. Let me see if I can get this to come up. Will this come up? Let's see. That's... that, I think, is everything. Yeah. So the Gygax Memorial Fund cordially invite you, etc., etc. So that's the boilerplate that we already saw. But I just thought that was really cool news because, so much RPG news lately, and sorry, I gotta manually do this, I apologize. So much RPG news lately is negative in tone. It's, what publisher's ripping off their creator, what creators are tattling on their publishers, and all the drama that you never wanted to hear about the hobby. And this is just a very, very, very cool, positive thing that I wanted to share with you guys. And I think there was one image here. Let me see if I can get this to come up. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over my big head here, and we're gonna take let me grab it. There we go. We're gonna take a look at this, and I'll just kind of slide this out for you guys real quick. And look at some of those books. We've got Stormbringer, we've got Jack Vance there, we've got Philip Jose Farmer's World of Tears, we've got Fritz Leiber. There's so many great books there. And you should absolutely, if you're going to be in the neighborhood, as I know some of you might be, go up there and check it out. All right, this is awesome. This is the next stone in the path. This is the next brick being built, where Gary's legacy is really being celebrated in the city of Lake Geneva. And I think this is an absolutely wonderful event. I wish I could be there. I honestly wish I could. The next time I'm in Lake Geneva, you better believe I'm going to put my butt in that chair. And now you might be wondering, oh, is this going to be like a cordoned off thing? No, you're invited. You can just go and sit down and grab one of those books and read through it, just as if the man himself was saying, have a seat. Read some classic fantasy or sci-fi. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me for now. I'll be back at 8:30 Eastern, and we'll talk about this and other news and other fun stuff. But until then, read a book. Peace.